We just finished watching Judgment Day 1998 with the intro where Vince McMahon kept on going on about how Stone Cold violated him.
Yeah, very, very humorous and bad word choice, but heck.
They got the message across. I mean, Vince McMahon had like broken his leg and all that stuff, and Stone Cold punching him in the leg over and over again, on just making Vince feel really, really bad. So there was a heat before that, which we could have watched, but
yeah.
Like, I think we did watch it one time, like a few months ago.
Yeah, we just got bored of it.
Yeah, just Heat did its job to like sort of pump you up as a pre-show.
Yeah.
So you can't really expect much more than that. I thought the intro, like, with In Your House events, yeah. I wasn't really into In Your House events, really, to be honest with you.
We started watching wrestling after.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah, first match was Al Snow versus Mark Marrow.
Surprisingly good match. Because you look at like Mark Marrow, like in WWE, didn't get a great deal there, but
nope.
He wasn't really like a Stone Cold or anyone like that.
A major character. Yeah.
But he did a moonsault to Al Snow when he was standing. And that I never knew he did like moves like that.
Well, at the start, Jeff Jarrett came in and he was trying to like change because he had a heat match.
Yeah, he had like a heat match,
so,
and like
just a good match. I mean, the fact that there was moonsaults all over the place.
And Mark Marrow was about to do a shooting star press, missed, and that looked pretty painful.
It was a good opener. Al Snow now in TNA.
Yeah, Mark Marrow is now retired from wrestling.
And good luck on those two. Yeah, there's the whole Stone Cold thing. Like Stone Cold not being able to make it to the 1000 show. It was because of like his leg injury.
Yeah, he
was getting not an operation on his leg.
Yeah, he was getting an operation on his knee.
Like a lot of people were getting all upset and up in arms because Raw was on yesterday. Didn't watch it.
Me neither.
Couldn't really be bothered. Had better things to do than watch Raw. And so like people are like really, really upset the fact that Stone Cold didn't make it.
I can understand, but like, it's just a bit like he's not like the be all to end all in my opinion. Not now, especially. He was way back. If that was the case, like back. Like then fair enough.
Sometimes fans can be quite, disrespectful, and they always think the worst. That's one thing you find with a lot of wrestling fans. Second match was Legion of Doom 2000 versus Disciples of the Apocalypse in a 6-man. It was
all right. It wasn't like this is probably the worst match of the show.
Don't really remember.
I can't remember
a lot
of it. There's like. The match ended with a devastation device on. I think it was Paul Earring. He's like the guy that I thought said looked like Spike Dudley.
Oh yeah, he looks like Spike Dudley when on Hardcore Homecoming.
Yeah, he's like was completely bald, had like the beard and stuff.
Well, like at the end, there seemed to have been some sort of upset with one of Legion of Doom and Draws.
Yeah, Hawk and Draws. Like I'm sure Hawk was the legal man, but Draws just stole the pin from him.
I mean, like with the Disciples of the Apocalypse, the twins, the Harris brothers, is that what they're called?
Yeah, they're like apparently Undertaker's cousins.
Which small world. You'd have thought that like maybe because that's one thing like that shows that WWE doesn't always be biased just because you're someone's family member or relatives. Because the Harris brothers were another one of those teams that didn't really get like a lot. Like they didn't get like a major push.
Yeah, they're like the only thing like storyline I can remember that they were in was like they were against like the Nation of Domination and this team that Savio Vega was in.
And the guy that I said looked like Matt Tyson, aka Spike Dudley, used to be a manager. Or he's a retired manager. He's actually supposed to just be a manager. He
managed Legion of Doom like way back.
Oh right, wow! I didn't know that. Legion of Doom, great tag team. Draws,
underrated wrestler in my opinion.
Shame what happened.
Yeah.
Christian versus Taka for the light heavyweight title.
Awesome, fast-paced match.
Sure.
insane, like, bumps taken by Taka.
Shows that Japanese people are indestructible. I mean, you watch Japanese wrestling, and
Yeah.
they land on their face on concrete.
Like, strong style is style. They're like a bit stiff with each other, but that's what makes it strong style. That's what makes it their own thing.
They just get up, like you throw bus at them, and they just get back up. And
like they get power bombed, lands on their head, and then they just get right back up and beat each other senseless.
Taka Michinoku took this like amazing bump where he like flipped from the outside of the ring. No, the inside of the ring to the outside, which looked painful. I was like,
yeah, and like he like flipped out of the ring, bounced. That's the funny thing.
Taka Michinoku is a brilliant wrestler.
Underrated to like WWE fans. If you want to watch like him like wrestle, I recommend watch his Japanese stuff.
Christian and Taka worked well with each other. Like the fact that they showcased what light heavyweight title is all about. The fact that they it's about like fast pace, but it's like sort of like that's our weight class, and we want to be the best of our weight class. Unlike now, like lightweights are just going against heavy. We're not necessarily a bad thing.
You see, like back then, like it was almost like the lightweights could have taken on certain heavyweight. Like if they were like they wouldn't be able to take on like the Undertaker.
No.
Because that wouldn't be believable or anything like that. But they'd be able to take on like D'Lo Brown or something like that.
Near the end, they were making a big deal about Edge being up on the up into the audience booth, which I didn't quite understand what that was all about. But guess it added something, I guess, which we didn't really see. Next match was Goldust versus Val Venus.
Pretty boring match.
I mean, like Goldust. I mean, I thought there was going to be some sort of psychology thing with it, but Goldust didn't bother selling his arm.
Yeah, like Val Venus is is really good. Like with he's actually a very underrated wrestler. So the storyline to the match was that he stole like Goldust's wife Terry Runnels from him. Like had like an affair with her, and Goldust, like I'm sure, debuted the move called the Shattered Dreams, which is basically just a kick to the nuts.
Yep, just gave him a golden cup during Heat. That's what they were showing, and that's all that really Jerry the King Lawler was talking about was the golden cup and everything like that. It was a bit. I mean, I wasn't really paying too much attention to this match. It was. I don't really like the end was like some sort of upset where Terry Runnels was pretending she was going to do something, but.
Terry Runnels was completely pointless in this match. He went down and did absolutely nothing, as was in the light heavyweight match, Gangrel.
Yes, that's just their role for managers. I mean, managers used to be like about the guy who's not as charismatic. The manager spoke for them. It was just like, I guess it's just a tag thing, not tag team, but a roster, faction, that's what it's called. A faction kind of thing, which of this match just was not great. It ended with Goldust winning. Just kicking
Val Venus in the nuts.
Yes, with Val Venus, he is a smart guy when it comes to wrestling, because he tells like the people that he trains or ask him for advice that if you take like a high flying move, don't just get up as if it's nothing kind of thing.
Yeah, if you're taking like a finisher, don't just get up and like that's just no selling. That's what Ring of Honor guys do, in my opinion.
Next match was X-Pac versus D'Lo Brown in a.
I thought it was a pretty good match.
It was alright, yeah.
It was surprisingly good. I don't remember much of the match. I remember the storyline was mainly China and Mark Henry. Mark Henry filed a restraining order on China.
Thanks to sexual harassment.
Yeah, even though he was the one most likely to do something like that.
That was pretty funny. I quite liked when I was told that. I thought that's brilliant. Just typical kind of like heel ignorance doing quite daft things. It's brilliant. I love when they do that.
Yeah.
D'Lo Brown tried to do a sort of a flip move.
Yeah, like the move that Booker T does, I think it's called like the Boston Hangover.
All right. Well, he tried to do that kind of move and failed and got. I mean,
if he hit it, it would have been painful looking.
X-Pac coming back to WWE yesterday as well, which X-Pac when he's not like out making his home videos with China, he's deciding to come back to WWE, and okay, it was a one-time deal, but it's like, why would making sex tapes is never a good idea. That's what happened to Hogan.
No, yeah, exactly.
X-Pac, I've never really had an issue with X-Pac, really. I mean, the difference between the whole New Age Outlaws coming back, it's the fact that New Age Outlaws like said a lot of stupid stuff, and then they go back on their word and just. X-Pac never really did that, not to my knowledge, anyway.
X-Pac won the match with X Factor when D'Lo Brown tried to do like a diving headbutt. X-Pac countered it into X Factor.
That was a pretty good match. It's just a shame I couldn't really remember much of it.
Yeah.
Next match was because their boombox got broken, their radio.
Like
Headbangers versus New Age Outlaws.
Like Headbangers attacked New Age Outlaws with like their radio, and like he busted like Road Dogg open.
And so more or less just because of that, there's been worse reasons. And because it was for the tag team titles as well.
It was like basically a typical tag match. I don't think Road Dogg ever got the tagging.
I don't
like. There was like the heel tactics. Like I love that the Headbangers did like a tug. That's like you just clap your hand and you choke the ref.
Yeah,
like the face is like coming in.
The ref's faced away, and they do that, but they haven't actually tagged each other in.
No, they're both just in the ring.
Yeah, it's one of those tag team matches that